Hello! Welcome back to another episode of Kodas Truck, and this is going to be the new episode. Sorry this episode isn't out yet, but hey, it will be shortly. Thanks for your patience and stuff. But so Clay actually had, so this is the episode you all been waiting for. This is the episode where Clay meets his new girlfriend. We have a name, but I'm not gonna mention it too. So it was Friday afternoon, and Clay and I got back with our trucks and trailers. There's actually a few changes in there, and all the other trucking episodes had a gray tempty, but we had white trailers in here. Yeah. I don't know if it's new or old, and though at the beginning of the trucking series had like a 2010, but we may change that. But I think I had a newer tempty. We had the stainless front, me and Clay both had tempties. Yeah. Hey, that could be a good name. Maybe you should name him Cleo. I'm not sure. But, yeah, Clay's new girlfriend will be out in yeah, this is a little while after we got our trucks polished. And, so finally, now following Monday, Clay's girlfriend was going to start working. She already got to the job there. She was in the own number that me and Clay is. Yeah. And Josh Olsen and Owen and yeah. So finally we got there was a month we were watching. Gerald was actually watching, and Gerald was watching inside the last day. Right now, we were gonna come watching the movie back tonight. Yeah, this was after it. In February, we actually had an island. I guess it was cold in January. There was sometimes because glass and stuff. It was a little while after the last trucking episode. But Clay's girlfriend was cut the truck off. We actually looked at it. It was really nice. Yeah. Yeah, even Josh got look at it. Man, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, everybody was on the yard. Look at that. Yeah, I don't really know, maybe how this was doing most of the end of February. How we had a lot of stuff happen. I had to go to I had my surgery, and then I had to go to Ohio for a week. But we had some family stuff going on. Yeah. Then I know my wife told me actually how I went to Ohio that Monday morning, then I went, then how tell me that didn't actually come down until Saturday. Then how we actually, yeah. Actually, no, that was wrong. My dad went down there, and I could think this correctly. Went down there, then me and Taylor came. Then we left early Saturday morning. With the rest of the people. There was nothing. That was my first week back trucking after I had surgery. How was it? But I can't know either. Then Clay stayed home. That we can help. That helped me watch my truck for me. Yeah. I guess I gave them, but what we can. I asked some people if they were interested, and then, like that week when, see if anybody, I asked Josh at Woo and see if anybody wanted to help. I told them that I will pay them. You don't make another one that look. But how Josh was it? So, but Clay did it for me, yeah. Yeah, actually, instead of that, I asked Clay did a really nice job. Yeah. Hey, he actually skipped church on Sunday. That week, he actually skipped church on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, how he did his stuff then he got my. Yeah, how it was done, how he watched the house. He actually went out one night. Yeah, him and Kurt went out Saturday night. They went to Pizza Hut, yeah. But he talked to him, and yeah, nothing. Yeah. They decided to settle on Pizza Hut. Okay. Maybe the seller might have to do that. To help me food. Season's slowing down now. Season's slowing. But anyway, so this was that was after that Saturday. I think it was the end of Saturday, where it was up in the 60s. This was like a week or two after we got back. We were actually. Then my mom and dad were going to go to a wide about. Anyway, so then Sandy, that morning when Yeah, she actually came home. Yeah, they decided it. Yeah, that was how after. Actually, how she not actually, how was still early in the how she not actually after. How she was that sad. I don't really know. So finally was this what Clay was yelling after. But everything's good now, no. But so finally, we decided we were gonna take. Yeah, how Clay actually showed her new Jeep truck. This we always wanted a Jeep, so I think this is gonna move back. Oh, this is gonna move back. We may just leave it all packed up. So finally, still recording. So finally, oh, Mom's got me. So finally, so we are all helping Clay. Clay and new open set they made me send it back. So finally, we actually loaded everything up and we decided to go home. Yeah, I had Clay showed the file and then some of the I told her that they come to the truck wash. They actually set it up. We showed her the truck wash. Yeah, how Josh was there. They met some of the guys and yeah. Yeah. So then finally we got home. Taylor was just, Taylor was getting off work and she called and I'm gonna pick up Pete stuff over. Something like that later. Hell, they actually, that we were gonna pick up top goods. Yeah. But she got home and then they already told me about maybe something. Yeah. So then finally we got home and so then finally Clay and Taylor met his new girlfriend. In the real trying to show yet share the name, but we don't have the name quite yet, so we're holding on, but they were excited. I think this was the best, this is better than when Clay came. But so finally we had pizza. It was so good. Yeah. Even Taylor, I don't know. Even my wife in the trucking show really in. the how we talk and the how she also not do it. That was something that we did on the 6th app. How we actually used it when we went to the. We did the name. Then how we went somewhere. Then how everybody followed us. How we used it to lead. Went to the. So finally, then finally we got home and how I guess it's only folded, but how we're gonna be taking that to church and how it was old, kind of like similar to a blue, but how it was bad, how we actually others know about that. And she had to go with Ditch and Jet. Yeah, one in this episode, how and Vanditch and Sue, Vanditch and Andrews were gonna go do yoga. I think that was actually a real thing. I don't know if they still do it now, I don't know. Yeah. With the cold. Taylor likes to go do yoga and out of with the cold. We can't get that. I know that. Kind of like how Sammy and Blue Cold do the thing. You know what? I don't want this in the video. I don't know what I was thinking. Thing was going on there. But anyway, so make sure we're still recording here. Yeah, I think we're still okay. Oh. So we just hung out. Yes, we actually watched Inside Out that night. One of Slay's favorite movies. You know, with the emotions and with with Riley and her emotions, and if I was seeing that, then I guess maybe you might if you haven't seen it, just look up Inside Out. You think you're probably gonna recognize it before you know. Oh yeah, that. Anyway, so we watched that. Yeah, Joe enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Yep. We watched the movie that night. So then finally, it was almost time for bed. Yeah. I think eventually Taylor was gonna move it. Not Taylor. Clay's new girlfriend was gonna move in downstairs with Clay. They were already liking stuff. So finally, both of us saw them. So finally it was time for bed. And then finally the next morning came and it was time for So finally the next morning, we were gonna go wash. It was the next morning, we were actually gonna, I think it was gonna be nice enough, I think we're gonna go to the farm. I was in the 60 that day. So this was 2024. It was a beautiful day, we're gonna go wash the truck. Yeah, so finally we got over to the truck wash and yeah. Yeah, actually I got over to the farm. That's what we actually drove over to the farm. We put up before all the wash stuff was in the barn or at the farm. How we actually dropped me out how I parked up the. Actually, how we're gonna drop how we were gonna drop Clay's. Yeah, how. Clay and her girlfriend would drop to that. So finally we made up to the farm and finally oh yeah. So then finally, it was gonna be a great day. So finally we got. So finally we got Clay's truck in front of the milk house. Yeah, he had to wash out his trailer, so he opened up the automatic tub and finally, so his girlfriend was gonna help Clay. Josh was finishing up washing in the shop. Actually, Josh was gonna wash in the shop. Yeah, how he came over with his cop. How we all talked to him for a minute. How we got. So then finally it was time to get to work. So me and Clay and his girlfriend went down to the milk house and we got the wine. How we had. We opened the automatic tub about to do this outside. Yeah. The first thing, then how me and Josh how I was gonna do some stuff on till Clay was done washing. But then I was like. I don't really know. I don't really get it why back then. I don't. It felt in my watch. I don't really know if like the owner was like. There's no one. I don't know if he did it like during the week or when like other people were trying to do stuff. But so then finally how we pulled, so finally back down up the mountain, we pulled the hose out and then first thing we're gonna do it, this was play package. Yeah, how play was showing sometimes you're gonna need to wash out your today's a really nice day, so that a really nice day, so I'll show. So we got the wand hooked up, how we got the soap hooked up, then finally we're gonna apply the soap. This is, in this bucket have Dawn in it, and we also have some stuff and some pump up sprays we're gonna use, some stuff in the pump up spray we're gonna use to wash. But anyway, so right now, how we actually so then finally how Clay's cat was a little bit of a mess. So how we got how we saw the oldie series ringing. How we actually had how we also had like the I don't want to stop. That deep down had that little mini powder had. Now we're gonna how Clay was gonna clean out there. Sometimes it didn't smell like cigarette smoke in there. Like I said, it didn't smell. But it was like just garbage. But it was the time to clean up. But how he was gonna do that while I was left. And maybe help the girlfriend get her check ready too. But anyway, so finally we climbed up on Clay did something to let his girlfriend do some. Finally we got the inside of the trailer cleaned out, then finally we did the outside of the, we got the big bucket and the wide brush and mixed up some soap. We actually have a lot more detail what we use. How we actually use that cleaner stuff, the green, the stuff that. Then how we actually use the darn green in the back. How we actually use a little bit of poly soap too. Yeah. She was enjoying the clean mail. Well, so finally we did the truck and then actually did the trailer, then the truck, then left the gold and all the stuff at the end. Oh, that took a few hours. Then how I was doing everything on my truck. And that's where we're gonna stop with this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it.